Welcome back, everybody. New video. Talking to a lot of people, especially people at a later age, in their 40s and 50s, there is one reoccurring theme as it pertains to humans in general as they progress in life. It's that a lot of people feel like if they would have only had made a few different decisions and choices, they would have ended up in an entirely different place in life. And I can imagine that to the people watching right now, all of you have uncles and aunts who have stories about, you know, if I would have done that back then, I would have been this. For example, I have a lot of uncles that were supposed to be professional athletes, but for whatever reason it didn't work out. Now, I'm here to tell you that I do not believe in that. I do not believe in that at all. Actually, I'll go as far as saying that I'm thoroughly convinced that every single person ends up exactly where they were supposed to end up in life. I don't really believe in coincidence or luck. Obviously, those are factors. But the main thing is persistence and how bad you want something and how often you put yourself in a position to win. And as it pertains to chasing a different goal or chasing opportunities, it's really just about like how often you're willing to try again, how often you're willing to fail and get back up before you tell yourself that, you know, maybe it's not for me. Like, human beings are very good at rationalizing and coming up with reasons as to why we're not supposed to be something or someone. You know, the easiest thing to convince ourselves of is why we are not worthy of something. That's the easy part. I look at it like this. Let's say you're chasing a goal and you fail, right? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. You're at the bottom of the try pyramid, is what I like to call it. Meaning that in this bracket, the most general bracket in life, you're surrounded by your fellow human beings who have tried at least once, twice, or 3 times before they gave up. The minute that you try a 4th and a 5th time, you go up a bracket. That's the next phase of the pyramid. You're no longer at the bottom. Now, as you all know, pyramid goes like this, so naturally this bracket is already a tiny bit more narrow, smaller, meaning that the bulk of people has already given up on their dreams and ambitions after trying 3 times. And it just keeps going. You fail a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th time. Again, there will be a bunch of people that will rationalize to themselves, hey, I did try, it wasn't for me, you know, or they didn't come up with creative alternatives or solutions to go about it some other way. And again, they'll settle and they'll quit. Now, if you try an 11th and a 12th time, once again, you'll go up a bracket. And I don't need to keep going to make you see the picture. The more times you attempt something, the smaller the group of your peers become. So every time you're about to give up, every time you're about to stop trying, you have to really remind yourself of the fact that so many of my competitors, so many of the people that are striving towards the same goal that I am, are quitting right now. And if you don't quit, your odds are only going to get better. It's a numbers game. It's a game of putting yourself in a position to get lucky, to get chosen, to win. And that's exactly why I don't really believe in coincidence like that. I don't really believe in you know, being lucky and things just happening. Like, there's cases like that. I'm not talking about people that are just, you know, born into wealth, or that just had somebody to put them in position from the minute they were born. Obviously, they're excluded, and yes, they exist. I'm not gonna deny that they do, but I'm talking to the general population. People that have opportunities and that through hard work and commitment and trial and error can continue to go. Now, you can look at me and say, well, it's easy for you to say because you're an established YouTuber, you're coaching people. Yeah, but I'm still pretty much only at like the third step of the pyramid. Guys, I mean, at the point that I'm making this video, I've got 55,000 subscribers. I'm 5 years in. So even though you might say that's a lot, well, to be fair, in YouTube land, that's not that much compared to the output of videos, compared to the work I put in, right? Like, I've thought about quitting YouTube a bunch of times. Like, I've had ex-partners, family members, you know, basically tell me, you should give yourself one more year, and then if you haven't made it to 100K, like, you should go and pursue something else. And trust me, that is more than a year ago. So some of those instances happened already 3 years ago. 5 years in, still here, still creating, because one, I know for every single video that I make, somewhere out there, there is a small independent content creator that's dropping out and quitting. And two, because I thoroughly believe in the fact that I have something to offer and that what I create is worthwhile. And I hope that at the moment that you're watching this video, we might already be in the year 2040 at this point when you're watching this, and I might be dead. But I hope that at least I'll have 1 million subs next to my name. Like, I don't even care if I blow up post-mortem after death. I still will have been right. And I'll you know, I like to work with that projection in my head that a lot of people do not get their flowers until later on. And I might just be one of them, and if that's the case, then so be it, you know? And that should be your mentality as well. Like, when we think about that, now we're getting to the next part, you know, the next layer, the more advanced layer of purpose. There is no finish line. You're never gonna get there. This is it. This is it. Me continuing, me making this video while I'm tired as hell. Like, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm quite low energy right now. Not having a good day, not feeling the best. But I told myself, hey, you know what? If I can just convey this thought, this philosophy that's been brewing in the back of my mind, and if I can convert this into a video, like, I will have done something today. The day was not a wash. And once again, I have put up a shot. I have thrown a dart at the board, aiming for the bullseye. I will once again have bought a free lottery ticket to participate in the lottery. That's how I look at it. Like, trying, continuing to try, and taking chances, and putting forward some type of effort, some type of creation into the universe is like literally buying 3 lottery tickets. Participating in a lottery. You can only win the game if you are playing it. Alright? And even then, I can't stress that enough. It's not even about hitting the jackpot. This is the jackpot. This is it. And it can be the same for you. Every single time you keep trying, you're getting closer to that top of the pyramid. And that bracket is going to continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller and more narrow. And in the long run, you will find yourself at the top with very little company. And then there will almost be no one left to take on the goal, the objective, the purpose that you had in mind for yourself. And you will automatically roll into that. You will have arrived at the peak, at the summit. And funnily enough, you probably won't even realize it until later on. say it with me. I'm probably already at the peak, turning 34 in a week. Life is good, I'm healthy, I'm cancer free. I have a community that cares. And I got people that are hiring me to mentor and coach them. So even though I might feel like I'm only at 10%, maybe this is the peak, and if it is, I don't mind. Life is good. Alright guys, that's it. That was the video. That's all I wanted to put out today. And I want to thank you for your time and listening. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment below with what your purpose is and what you're trying to achieve in life. Alright? And beyond all, keep trying. Keep trying. Just like me. We're in this together. Alright? I'm out. Peace.
Hi, my name's Spencer. I'm a filmmaker from Chicago. I'm a person who struggled with anxiety, OCD, and mild depression for most of my life. I've seen many therapists and tried many different medications. Recently, I was kind of looking for something more, to get more motivated, to get more things done, and I had just come across Lorenzo's YouTube channel. I just started binge watching, and I became so inspired about his attitude, the way he goes about things, and he just seems so genuine, so intelligent, and I just decided to reach out because I thought if he could make it through everything that he had made it through and be succeeding so well now, that he must know something. And I can safely say he does. He's so much different than any other therapist I had seen before. I felt like more of a connection. I felt that everything that he was talking about with me was from experience that he had and not just something that he learned in a book. And I think that's the biggest difference that I could honestly say. So he's helped me so much with motivation, organizing my life, more confidence, and the biggest thing is to live in the moment. And I really appreciate what I have and who I'm with and what I'm doing when I'm doing it. And that was something I've never done before. So once again, I would like to highly recommend Lorenz, aka Wounded Viking. Please hit him up for life coaching.